Yo, welcome to frickin' Terraria. This is one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm going to be teaching y'all how to play this bad boy. So let's do this. So this first episode is going to be dedicated to learning about the just the main menu and making your character in your world, and then the next episode will be more about playing the game. So if you want to skip to the next episode to learn about how to survive and play this game, go on ahead. But this is just for people that do not know what all these options mean on the main menu. So when you first play this game, in fact, real quick, let's turn off these let's turn off the music a little bit. Let's quiet that down. So it's just me and you talking. Just me and you. Anyways, so you have single player and you have multiplayer, and basically that's playing the game, right? You also have a tutorial, but I'm gonna do the tutorial on my own world, because the tutorial that Terraria provides is not a normal world. It teaches you how to play the game, so if you want to play the tutorial, go for it, but just know that you're not going to be able to beat the game with that world. So why play on the tutorial world and learn it that way when you can make a brand new world and learn to play the game alongside me and be able to actually play that world all the way to completion? You know what I'm saying? Achievements. Every world, every character will be able to get these achievements. This is the in-game achievements, and then there's also, of course, PS5 trophies and Xbox achievements and all that jazz. But we're just going to focus on single player, alright? So when you make a character, this is the character I made the other night, and you would press new, and you'll make your character, name it. So the first thing that is very confusing to people is when it gets to the difficulty right here. So there's character difficulty and there's world difficulty. Character difficulty, there's 4 options. There's Journey, Classic, Medium Core, and Hardcore. Journey is basically the easiest difficulty. Nothing happens. They start with extra equipment, and they can only play on Journey Worlds. So Journey Worlds is basically Minecraft creative in Terraria. You basically can turn on God mode, you can make it to where it turns day, night, you can make monsters not spawn at all. Like, you can basically alter the world in whatever way you want. Are you getting your butt killed too many times? Well, guess what? You can change it to like where there's nothing spawning. Or you can turn on God mode and not take any damage at all. So there's Journey, right? Classic is the traditional style. This is the one I always play on. All you do is if you die, you drop some of your money. Let's say you have 10 gold, you'll drop 5 gold. Let's say you have 10 platinum, you'll drop 5 platinum. You know, it's all there is to it. You can go pick it up if you can find it. But if you die too many times, and you forget where one of the places you died is, and you just don't go back to grab your stuff, it's okay. It does disappear, but it's okay, because getting money in this game is very easy. There's then Medium Core. You drop items on death. So let's say you just went into a mine and you just got all this nice treasure and stone and stuff to build, and you die. You're going to drop everything that's on you. You're going to have to go back and get it. Now, of course, if you died in lava, all your stuff's going to burn. Or if you die and you forget where the hell you died, then you're basically going to lose your stuff. Now, unlike Minecraft, items that drop, whether it's gold or your money or your items, they don't disappear in 15 minutes. Because on Minecraft, if you die, it gives you a time frame to get your shit back before it disappears. And if you don't, it despawns. And then you're just like, well, I gotta go get all my stuff. I gotta basically get everything again. But on this game, if you drop stuff, it will stay there unless you leave the world. Like, if you save and quit and just leave the game, it disappears. Or if there's more than 400 items that are just laying around in the world, then it'll despawn. But other than that, you can literally drop, you can get your character killed, drop your money, and then like play for an hour and then end up finding where your stuff was. So that's cool. I like that feature. So medium core, basically you just drop items. Hardcore. Now this is the one that sucks. So if you were a pro gamer and you just really want to be pissed off in this game, turning the difficulty to hardcore, if your character dies, you lose that character. Now I'm not sure if you lose all the items that are on the character or if they drop them, but I've never played on hardcore, so I wouldn't really know. But honestly, if this is your first time playing Terraria, which I'm pretty sure it is, play on Classic. Now, if you really want to play on Journey, that's fine, but just remember, Classic is the traditional playstyle. It's the normal playstyle. So, I'm not going to make another character because I already got one, but that's the character difficulty, right? So now let me show you what it looks like making worlds. So this is going to be the world we're going to play on. It's called the Reckless Universe. It actually named that itself, but here, let me show you how making new worlds look. So when you click on New World, you're going to see all this stuff. The size is quite simple. How big do you want the world to be? Do you want it to be a small world, a medium world, or a large world? I always play on large worlds because like I want there to be as much loot and stuff as I can get, because the more bigger the world is, the more structures it spawn, the more chests it spawn, and plus like it will take a long time to explore all of it. Now medium is usually like the preferred thing. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's enough. But like I said, I prefer large, and then small is usually used for like speedrunning the game. That way you can get from one side of the world to the other, because the worlds generate from side to side, which you'll see when we're playing. So then difficulty. So this is the second difficulty in the game. So you got Journey, Classic, Expert, Master. Now remember what I said. If you play on if you make your character a Journey character, then you can make a Journey world. But since I can't make a Journey, I don't have a Journey character, I can't make the Journey world. But Journey worlds are basically the same as normal worlds. It's just you can alter everything. So Journey, creative mode, basically. So there's Classic difficulty, Expert difficulty, and Master difficulty. Classic, normal experience. You fight monsters, all that jazz. It might be brutal here and there, but you can handle it. Expert makes every enemy twice as hard to kill. It makes them do more damage, and it makes some of the bosses either drop new items, and it makes them have new attack patterns. So it's basically like if you're a masochist and you just really want to have a hard time playing this game, play on Expert. And if you're really like, you just want to be pissed off 24/7, Master mode is basically Expert mode, but 10 times worse. So the bosses have more combos, they drop more items that are better, but you're going to be killed very quickly and you're just going to be raging, honestly. So we're just going to stick with Classic. So in this game, there's two different evil biomes. There's the Corruption and the Crimson. Now you could just leave it on random and let Terraria decide which evil you're going to have, but you are always going to have one of these two. And basically the way they work is they're biomes you do not want to go into when you first get into a Terraria world. They are going to be hard. They have good loot, don't get me wrong, but they're designed to be like evil biomes, and over time they'll literally start spreading and corrupting your worlds. Like a forest could be right next to the Corruption or Crimson biome, and over time the Corruption or Crimson will literally start eating away at that biome next to it. So basically it's another thing to deal with when you're playing this game, is you got to deal with, oh, there's a Corruption in my world and it's over time going to start eating away my world. I need to basically cleanse it. I need to purify that area, or else it's going to slowly take over my world. So when it comes to the two, one second. I just sneezed. Alright, so when it comes to the two worlds, or the two evil biomes, I personally prefer Corruption, but some people might prefer Crimson. you literally are gonna have a hard time with either one. I only like the corruption because I can find more demon altars than I can with the crimson. Um, and you're probably wondering what the hell does that mean. I'll get into it when we get on the world, but my world that I already made and have pre-made so I could just hop in is I chose the corruption. Like I said, you can leave it on random and you can just walk in blind and see if you get a corruption or crimson. But it's both the same, it's just one's purple and one's red. So then you have your world name, so you can just like, you can let it choose something random by pressing square, or you can type your own thing. You can be like, you know what, I'm going to name this world Taco Bell. Why not? Who cares? Taco Bell. Bada bing, bada boom. So seed is basically the numbers. Somehow both Minecraft and Terraria have this where literally the numbers will generate the world. Like it's but more in like more in Minecraft, if you type something, you can like look up like best seeds, and it'll be like type in 1 2 5 3 6, and then you'll like get like a really good seed that has like all these cool things. Same thing with Terraria. Although I feel like Terraria, it's not really useful because like you can get a lot of cool shit no matter how your world generates. On Minecraft, you kind of have to explore in a certain direction to find certain structures. Terraria, it's pretty simple finding all the structures. But there are secret seeds. So for example, if you type in this, you get a hard seed. So there's this thing called secret seeds, and I think there's like 8 of them. And if you type in these certain words, it will basically turn that world into a secret seed. And basically, it's a way different world. So for example, the seed Get Fix Boy, that's the hardest seed to play on. Basically, you spawn in hell. Like you start in hell, and you have to like work your way to the top, and like everything is wrong. Like there's no there's barely any water. There's no place to like, it's basically the worst seed to play on, and it's there for a challenge. There's also others. I think there's one called Not the Bees, where basically the entire world is like jungle and beehives, and there's a ton of bees attacking you. Basically, if you want to play Terraria and you're tired of playing on the normal worlds, you can type in one of the secret seeds and play on one of those. They're fun, but like I said, we're just going to be playing on Classic, so it doesn't really matter what the number is. We can just do random and be like, oh, okay, yeah, perfect, and then press create. But that is basically how you build your world and how you build your character. I would recommend playing on classic difficulty with your character and classic difficulty with the world. No expert, no master, no medium core, no hardcore. And journey only if you want to. But world size doesn't really matter. I don't think small is good unless you are speedrunning the game. So I would choose between medium and large. I personally prefer large, like I said. But that's basically that's all I gotta say about making your characters like and choosing difficulties for both character and world. But now that I've done that, next episode is going to focus on actually playing the game. So stick around.